We call it Dua segment. Alright guys, welcome. Now inshallah ta'ala, today I'll be teaching you a very important dua. Let me see, where am I supposed to write dua. I'm going to write it inshallah in a nice beautiful writing. And today inshallah surely we are learning a very important dua. We are learning a very important dua in Quran. Are you guys with me? From Quran actually. Yallah. Last week we learned a dua. We learned a dua and that dua was very important. Who remembers that dua? Here it is. Rabbi zidni ilma. Oh my Lord, increase me in knowledge. And then we spoke about beneficial knowledge. That some knowledge, there are certain things that people learn, they're completely useless to them. There are certain things that people learn and they learn them to harm other people. They learn how to be smart and then so they can trick other people. Useful knowledge, beneficial knowledge, or whatever you learn, may Allah make it useful and beneficial toward you and others, and may Allah make it a mean to bring you closer to Allah. So when you learn, for example, science, you discover subhanallah, how this body here, human being, inside your body there is a heart, and how this heart is always pumping so fast, all the time, non-stop until you die. Subhanallah. What happened there? My pencil fell. Okay, so your heart is pumping all the time. It's pumping so fast. And the moment your heart stops pumping, subhanallah, you're gone. There's something else, that you learned that in biology, right? That when you breathe, subhanallah, the oxygen goes inside your body. Your lungs filter it. And then from there, the oxygen goes to each and every cell in your body, even this tiny bit here. See that? Subhanallah. So you learn these things, and it makes you wonder, subhanallah, Allah created me with so much details, with such a perfection. Why? Why did Allah give us all these gifts? Why is it that Allah have given you such an amazing body? What are you supposed to do with this? What are you supposed to? You see that? So this is beneficial knowledge. Today, inshallah ta'ala, we are learning a very important dua, but there is a story related to this dua. So, I hope you guys don't mind stories. Okay, let's skip the story. Let's go straight into the dua. Let me think. Shall we? Okay. Let me see what Bunny have to say. Let's see what. Okay, Bunny. Dua or. Shall we go straight to? Okay. He didn't. Right. So let's do the story first. Yeah. So here's what happened. Musa alayhi salam, when he was a young baby, at that time Fir'aun decided to kill all the babies. Kill all the babies. Why? Because someone told him that in a dream, that they saw in a dream, that there is one of these babies that are going to grow up, and they are going to grow up and they will take over his kingdom. So he was afraid. Fir'aun used to say, I'm God. He was very big-headed. So he started killing all the babies. He said, no, I don't want anyone to be born, because if they're born, they're going to kill me. They're going to take over my kingdom. And then Musa alayhi salam, subhanallah, remember the story? So his mother put him in a basket, and the basket kept floating until it got to the palace. And now Musa alayhi salam is being raised as a baby in a palace of Fir'aun. Okay, so Fir'aun wanted to kill all the babies. But then this baby, Fir'aun's wife picked him and she said, no, this is so cute, I want to keep him. And the Fir'aun was like, no. She said, no, I want to keep him. No, you can't kill this baby. And he said, wait, let me see. What if he's so smart? What if it's the baby who's going to grow up and become Musa alayhi salam? You guys know the story. So he said, hold on a second, I want to test him. So he put Musa alayhi salam on the ground. He was a little baby. He was a tiny little baby, but he could crawl. And one side he put flour, and on the other side he put a faham, coal, red coal. Now the baby doesn't know what is coal. He doesn't know if it's hot or not. So Musa alayhi salam, he went. And some of the stories that we know that, the angel made him pick the coal. And the coal was hot, it was red. And he put it in his mouth because it's a baby, he doesn't know. And babies have this habit, they pick everything and they put it in their mouth. And now because of that, the tongue of the little baby, Musa alayhi salam, got burnt. And so when Musa alayhi salam, when he grew up, he had what we call lakna in his tongue. So when he speaks, he can't speak well. Now look at this. Just try to imagine this, yeah? The blessing of tongue, mashallah. Most of you call in and you recite, beautiful recitation, mashallah. Now, I know and I've seen and I've heard people who speak and they have a little bit of difficulty in their tongue and they're unable to speak properly. It is very difficult. It's not easy. Yeah, it's very difficult. And then subhanAllah, look, the reason I can teach you something because I can talk to you, communicate to you. But if I have lakna in my tongue and I can't speak properly, you guys won't be able to hear me. So tongue is a huge blessing, subhanAllah. Anyway, we go back to the story. Musa alayhi salam, he was unable to do that. But then Musa alayhi salam, Allah made him a messenger. Not just that his tongue was burned a little bit and he couldn't speak properly. I mean, he could speak, but he was unable to articulate words properly because his tongue was burned. Allah told him, you're a messenger and you have to go back to Fir'aun and speak to him. Now, look at this, guys. It's not to discourage anyone who can't speak properly, but it makes sense, right? That if you can speak properly and if you can say your words properly and you're good at explaining things, that someone will listen to you. But if you can't do that, if you don't have enough words, let's say the language that you are speaking, you can't speak it properly, people won't pay attention. That's why, kids sometimes they talk, you just get bored and you don't want to listen to them because they're saying the same thing again. They're not saying the same thing again, but they don't have new words. They don't know a lot of words, so they use the same words all the time. Anyway, back to the story. Musa alayhi salam, he was supposed to go to Fir'aun. Now at that moment, Musa alayhi salam started wondering, how would he go to Fir'aun and speak and his tongue, he can't speak properly. And it was in that time, at that moment, that he asked Allah for something beautiful. And we are going to write this dua together, and as we write this dua, I want you guys to say it with me. Okay? It's a very simple dua, guys. Let's learn it together, inshallah ta'ala. Musa alayhi salam said, Rabbi shrah li sadri. Rabbi ishrah li sadri. And then he said, وَيَسِّرْ لِي أَمْرِي. MashaAllah. Then he said, وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّنْ لِسَانِي يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي. MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Now, I wrote this really fast and that's why you guys can't, doesn't look like a nice writing. But there we go, that's the dua. Let's say it one more time, guys. Rabbi ishrah li sadri. وَيَسِّرْ لِي أَمْرِي. Say with me, guys. وَاحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِّنْ لِسَانِي يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي. Now this dua seems to be very easy. Let's try to learn this dua together. What's the meaning behind this dua? رَبِّ اشْرَحْ لِي صَدْرِي. Oh my Lord, expand for me my breast. With what? Assurance. Subhanallah. Now, sharh al-sadr is when you have confidence that whatever you're saying, the other person is going to understand it well. You see, if you speak to someone and you're not confident, and you think maybe they will say no, they're not even listening to it, you don't make an effort you don't try to explain it to people properly. You might be nervous, you might not, So here, Musa alayhi salam asked Allah Azza wa Jal to fill his chest with what? Assurance that, okay, I'm confident. I'm saying this and I'm saying it properly and he's listening. And he might actually accept the message. And then he said, وَيَسِّرْ لِي أَمْرِي. This is a very easy one, but important one. And ease for me my task. It's a very important one, guys. It can be It can be, subhanAllah, that your message is simple, but because you're nervous and you're supposed to make that speech, or you're supposed to do that presentation or explain something to in front of the class, but because you're nervous, all of a sudden, it becomes in your head like a very massive and impossible thing. So you ask Allah Azza wa Jal to make it easy for you. And then he said, وَحْلُلْ عُقْدَةً مِنْ لِسَانِي, and untie the knot from my tongue. And this is what Musa alayhi salam had in his tongue. But sometimes, what happened? He had a lisp. But sometimes what happened? That as you try to speak, you're trying to speak, because there's so many people in the class and they may be listening to you, what happened? All of a sudden, it's like you can't say something, as if your tongue is stuck. It happens, right? So you ask Allah Azza wa Jal to help you there. And the last one here is يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي, that they may understand my speech. Isn't it interesting? This dua is beautiful and is very interesting. You asking Allah Azza wa Jal, first of all, to fill your chest with confidence, and to make this, whatever task that you are going to do, whether it's you explaining to someone, explaining some knowledge or something to other people, that Allah make it easy on you. And if your tongue gets stuck and you can't say something, that Allah Azza wa Jal gets rid of that. And the last one, يَفْقَهُ قَوْلِي, and Allah Azza wa Jal make other people understand what you're saying. I find this dua to be really, really beautiful, and the details are, subhanAllah, amazing. They're asking about each and everything. Now, you guys tell me, lisani, yep, that's the tongue, well done. Quick one, guys, quick one. When are you supposed to do this dua? When is it that this dua is helpful? Can we get some callers, inshallah, to read this dua for us, guys? If you are ready, I want to hear this dua from some of you. I'm going to hear this dua from some of you. Let's get Muhammad. Assalamu alaikum.
وهذا
Muhammad, assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.
How are you, Muhammad? Okay. Maryam Jazim, assalamu alaikum.
عليكم السلام.
Maryam, how are you today?
Alhamdulillah, I'm doing great. And how are you?
Alhamdulillah, Maryam, I'm doing very well. Maryam, the dua that we're learning here today, can you give us one occasion when you can use this dua, or you can ask Allah Azza wa Jal for the list of things that we are mentioning in this dua?
If we are doing, like, example, a speech, or we are going to tell someone something really, really important, then we should say this dua either in our mind or out loud. So Allah will make our speech to be good, no struggling, no stammering, and stuff like that.
Excellent. Maryam, let me hear this dua from you. Excellent.
Inshallah. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي.
Barakallahu feek, barakallahu feeki. Shall we get another caller? Nuha, assalamu alaikum.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Nuha, you heard the dua. Tell me, when is it that we can say this dua? On what occasion we can say this dua?
We can say this dua before we start any speech or any meeting, or when we start any dawah, or if, for example, we want to take some class. So before we start the class, we can read this dua, so Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can help us make everyone understand, to make our speech clear, and to bring self-confidence and boldness, and to even ease the task for us.
MashaAllah. Tell me this, Nuha. What if the task doesn't involve speaking? Imagine your teacher gives you 28 pages, and your teacher say, today is your test, and today you have to describe this classroom, and he give you 28 empty papers, and you have to do writing. Can we use the dua then? Can we say this dua then?
Yes, for self-confidence, for becoming bold.
MashaAllah. Yes?
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala can help us become confident.
MashaAllah.
And
Excellent,
to
Nuha.
even ease the task.
To ease the task, yes. This dua includes everything, guys. Everything, whether it's expressing something in a written form, or whether it's that you're about to read a book, understand or teach someone something, and or whether it's about da'wah, you're trying to explain someone about Islam. MashaAllah. Nuha, let me hear this dua from you.
Okay, inshallah. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقه قولي.
MashaAllah, tabarakallah. Excellent, excellent, barakallahu fiki, guys. So, this is beautiful, excellent. And we're going to go to our Quran segment now. Guys, barakallahu fikum, learn this dua and use it inshallah ta'ala before your important task. And you all got a task related to this, especially when you're studying, when you're learning and all of that. Let's go back to our Quran segment.